Y'all, we were just getting a few things done in the garden and picked up a harvest along the way. Hello and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. My name is Kim.
And my name is Charlie.
It's the weekend and we're gonna do some garden chores. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Charlie and I are going to do some weekend chores in the garden now that we're finally getting caught back up and you're coming with us. The first thing that we're going to do is Charlie's going to clean up the mess that I made yesterday I didn't clean up my mess. Yeah, I harvest potatoes and I did some other stuff and I just left everything right where I dropped it. So Charlie is going to work on that and I'm going to work on pulling out some of the old summer stuff so I can make room for the fall plants. Let's get busy. There's some stuff right there. There's some grass over there. And I'm going to be pulling a lot of other stuff out. I wouldn't try to take everything to the trash right now. I'll just put it in the wheelbarrow. Let me show you where the potatoes are. And you can work on that if you want. You might want to get that blue basket with the handle on it to carry all the stuff for you. My first area is going to be this green stalk right here. And there's stuff that need to be harvested, but this is not a harvest video, so we won't get that right now. We will only focus on the things that we need to pull out. So I have some extremely yellow, and I do mean very yellow, cucumber vines in here. That's actually not a cucumber vine. What is that? Oh, that's my melon. Anyway, there's some very yellow vines that are dying here. I want to get them out, but I want to make sure there are no vegetables attached to it, and there are on quite a few of these, so I might not be able to do that. But we are going to get this lettuce out that's going to seed, get that out the way, open up a few more pockets for some other stuff. So where I can, I am going to stay in the shade. The temperatures are still pretty toasty here. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by and welcome to the channel. I grow all of my own food. I'm in Southwest Ohio. I'm in Zone 6B. And in the Southwest Ohio area, well, pretty much everywhere in the country, we've had some crazy weather. And with the crazy weather, it's been very difficult to figure out how to water. Well, I know how to water, but I just didn't come do it because it was too hot. It's been a weird year for us. We have still been harvesting pounds and pounds and pounds of food. This GreenStalk has been putting out the food like crazy. And this year I experimented with quite a few more flowers than I normally do. And I think that's been helpful. Uh-oh, I just cut the wrong thing, y'all. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all, I just cut my melon. I was trying to cut this dead leaf over here and I cut my melon. So we'll have to harvest this melon and it'll have to finish ripening inside. Maybe. But, oh, it's heavy. Here's one of my first melons. Look at that melon there. Didn't mean to harvest it, but I did. So we will take this inside. I will add it to the weights when I do the next harvest. But there's our first melon. It's not ready. I messed up, y'all. I messed up. There's the vine that I did not mean to cut. Oh well. So unfortunately, I had to harvest that. I want to at least tell you what it was. This is a Delicio de table. Delicio de table is what that is, or that's what it'll be when we get it inside. Here's a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Y'all, this don't look like that. This don't look like that at all, does it? That's all right. We will put it inside. We will let it continue ripening. It's okay, y'all. Can't cry over spilled milk. I do have a little cauliflower that I put in here a while back, and the cauliflower looks good. I have some things here that have been getting shaded out too that don't look so good. I gotta get some better scissors. So we're gonna get it cleaned up. Hopefully I don't mess up again, y'all. The cucumber beetles are here. They didn't take all of my, y'all, I said I wasn't harvesting, but I'm over here harvesting. You see my little bitty eggplant? This was a free seed that I got, and here's a picture of it as well. But if I'm cleaning it up, y'all, and there's food that need to be harvested, I have to harvest. I just can't do it any other way, y'all. And this cucumber just keeps going around in a circle. I gotta harvest this cucumber too. Shade is my friend. Shade is my friend. Shade is my friend. Y'all, I gotta pull this out. There's nothing left of it since I accidentally harvested it. This will allow sun to get into this space, to the other plants. Anyway, I'm going to finish cleaning up this green stalk. I'll bring you back. Ah, see, that one has one on it. Okay, maybe we'll get one more melon. I'm going to change the way it's laying so I can see it and get it off the ground. But anyway, I'm going to finish cleaning this up. I will bring you back and show you once it's fully clean and what we're going to do next to this green stalk. But we're not only working on green stalks today, y'all. We're going to bounce around the garden. We're going to do a lot of different things today, including harvesting onions, which Charlie's working on that right now. She's harvesting a ton of onions. We won't weigh them, but I'll at least show you everything that she picks because we will weigh them after they're fully dried. But I will bring you back in a little bit. All right, y'all, I got this one cleaned out and cleaned up. Well, mostly. I just found some more I missed. But anyway, it's mostly cleaned up. I got a few cucumbers that are still trying to hold on. And then I have some cucumbers that I planted a couple of weeks ago that are starting to climb. So that's like the next round of cucumbers. So I don't have to try to hold on to some of these like leaves like this. If there are no cucumbers on there, I'm cutting them out so I can make room for the new ones that are coming in here. I don't think I emptied any pockets in this one down low. There's something coming up in all of those pockets, but I do have 2 pockets up top here that we're gonna put something in. Even my flower's not looking too hot, y'all, but I'm not taking those out. But I have 2 pockets up here that we are going to put in, guess what, y'all? Some more cucumbers. We're gonna put in the Dar cucumber. It's good for slicing and pickling, it says here. I have no idea how many days to harvest, but it is a bush type plant. And so we're gonna add a couple of seeds to each of these pockets, and I only have 2 up top that I'm adding something to. But y'all, that's it. It's done. It's done. And there's a nice cucumber beetle right there greeting me. Get off of there. Anyway, let's get these seeds in. Cucumber seeds, I think I plant them, I don't know, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch deep or something like that. Everything I cut out, I only cut the tops out. I left the roots in. I have a bucket of dirt here that we're gonna put in and cover these seeds up. Y'all, I'm just trying to keep the harvest coming as long as I can. That's all I'm trying to do here. I thought I had harvested enough cucumbers to make pickles. I didn't. Once I got those cucumbers inside, they didn't look the best, and I didn't want to make cucumbers out of pickles that weren't doing so well. So I didn't do the pickles. Instead, we ate those cucumbers. There it is. So now let me show you the second green stalk that we worked on. We're gonna have to figure out what to put in those pockets. Over here is everything that I've harvested so far. Some more cucumbers, eggplants, and my daughter has harvested 2 baskets of potatoes that we're gonna need to get in there and start drying them out. But 2 baskets of different sizes of I said tomatoes. I meant onions, y'all. There are 2 baskets of onion right there that my daughter harvested that we're going to get drying out in the garage. So here's the other green stalk that I worked on, and it had a lot of just dead stuff in it. And it looks like I missed quite a bit of it as well. But the tomatoes, they look like they got rust or something on them. I try to cut as much of that back as I can. There's still a tomato or 2 on here. These are bush steak tomatoes, I believe, down here. I have some empty pockets of stuff I've cut out. Here's a new cucumber plant that I've put in there. I don't remember the variety at this point. At this point, is whatever will grow, I'll grow it. A big, beautiful broccoli plant's growing in here, and I have tons of collard greens growing in here as well. The second round of cucumbers are coming up in this one really nice. That's looking good. That is my kale looking good. And that's really it. So we're cleaned up really good. I have, I think, just 2 empty pockets. Yes, 2 empty pockets over here. And y'all, I am going to put, y'all, I'm done with green beans. I don't want any more green beans. I'm good. But I got empty pockets so I can keep growing so that others can enjoy fresh vegetables versus having to pay those ridiculous prices at the grocery store. So I am going to add in here some wide flat beans. Some Italian wide flat beans are called Roma 2. We're going to put 5 beans per pocket if I have enough. And just finish this pack of beans out and keep that harvest coming for my family friends who absolutely love this bean. And like I said, I put 5 per pocket. And I don't have any more pockets. Okay, I didn't finish that bean off then, did I? Y'all, I'm gonna put some right here. I don't have enough beans to put up, y'all. So we're gonna find a home for these last couple of beans I got. These beans are a 1/2 inch deep. That's how far I need to push them down. And y'all, I didn't fertilize these pockets before I put anything in it. I just gave them a liquid fertilizer 2 or 3 days ago. So we're good. I should be able to get back on my fertilizing game the way I'm supposed to, and we will be just fine. I have 2 more left. Let me find somewhere to stick them. I'm gonna stick them down here. Down here with this broccoli. I'm gonna top it off with just a little bit of soil. I did move one of my micro dwarf tomatoes to this top tier here because they do better up high. It was growing in the 2nd level. We will come back and harvest later, y'all, but there's some things that definitely need to be harvested. You could use a little more soil. Since I'm over here, might as well be nice to the other pockets. Give you a little fresh soil too. All right, that's it for this one, y'all. I think we got what we're gonna get. My little pepper is not staying up. There you go. So that's it. This green stalk is done for now, but we are still trying to get in those fall season plants. And I didn't start any transplants, so we're gonna start them from seed, and we're gonna start with this bed right behind me. So in this bed right here, I got cucumbers growing in the back on the trellis, but on the front here, y'all, I had cabbage. We've harvested a lot of cabbage, and this head's not going to make it. So we're going to take this one out. That's a new one, so it should do okay. Take that out. Well, my daughter's going to get rid of this stuff, so put it here. So in the front of this bed right here, we are going to fertilize this soil right here. I'm going to add a little bit more to the bed, and then we are going to plant cabbage from seed, and hopefully it's got enough time to grow. Now, cabbage is a cool season crop. It can stand some frost. Actually, it gets sweeter when frost hits the cabbage. From that standpoint, I have probably until early December before I will lose the ability to grow cabbage. So I should be okay by planting cabbage in this bed. So let's get it fertilized because I did not fertilize this part of the bed. Once a bed is empty and I'm not growing in that bed, I don't waste my liquid fertilizer or anything on that space. But now that I'm getting ready to plant it up, we're going to put some fertilizer in this space. I did put liquid fertilizer across the back, and here's where I have more cucumbers coming up because I thought these were dead. Y'all, I was wrong. I put some liquid fertilizer on them and now they're all greened up as if I just planted them. Fertilizing is just as important as watering if you don't have all of the nutrients in your soil. I have just a little bit of leftover fertilizer in this bag that I need to just empty out. Every little bit counts. And I have a little bit in this bag. And then I'm going to add a little bit from this bag. And this bag of fertilizer is heavy. So we'll just use our big green scoop. Everybody's always asking me about my green scoop. I can't get the green one anymore, but I can get a yellow one. So I've been linking in the yellow scoop in place of the green one. Or is it a lime green one? I don't forgot. But I've been linking in a different scoop that's similar to the big green scoop. And I always have backfilled my beds with my leftover potting soil from my pots. And that's basically what I'm doing right here. Just backfilling it with the soil from my pots. There it is, y'all. This bed's ready to go. Fertilizer's mixed in. And now let me show you, or should I say tell you, which cabbage we're going to put in here. But we're going to back up into the shade. So I am going to, in this bed, add 3 types of cabbage. Just 3. And we're going to try to fill this bed up with cabbage. And I should be able to get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 2 heads of each. But to make sure that I'm going to get a head, I'm going to put like 3 seeds in the area, and I'll take the strongest seed, and then that's the one we'll go with. But we are going to grow this one here that I cannot pronounce. Can't pronounce it. Not going to try to pronounce it, but there it is for you. And this is an 80-day to maturity cabbage. It's compact, and it's actually all really, really good. And it's pretty the way it grows with that head looking like that. That's really pretty. We're going to do early Jersey, which is one of my favorite cabbages. It's 60 to 75 days to harvest. And we are going, which will be the first cabbage that I have that comes in. And then that first one I showed you will be second. And then this Charleston Wakefield cabbage will be a 70 to 85 day cabbage. So all of them have that same shaped head. I don't know why. I just really like that. So we're going to go get those seeds started now. And then we'll move on to something else. So my cabbage seeds, I need to plant them about a 1/2 inch deep. Yep, 1/2 inch deep for all of these. Like every month, every season, there is some type of seed that you can plant. And now it's time for me to plant cool season, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, snow peas. That's another good one. Sugar snap or snow peas. And all your greens, it's perfect time to start planting them again because we're in August and it's getting ready to start cooling down. Hopefully. Hopefully. So early Jersey, we'll put it right here. The seeds are so small, y'all. I struggle. Again, I would prefer to be growing these from transplant. That's what I would prefer to be doing. I just don't have any. I didn't get to that. So we'll make do with what we got. The other thing that we can do with these seeds, y'all, is that after they germinate in this spot here, I can transplant them somewhere else. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put a few extra seeds in here We'll let some grow in this space, and we will also use this as the space we use to transplant in other parts of the garden. Because as the squash comes out, that's going to be another empty bed. But it'll be too late to start from seed at that time, so then I could transplant this cabbage into those beds. Now I need to cover this up, so I got to get some more soil. So I'm going to cover everything up with some compost because that's what I have. This bed is done. Now we are going to move to the bed just behind me and then the next bed just behind that. But we're going to keep going, but I'm going to take a break first. Okay, I am back from my break and we're going to just keep going, y'all. We are going to keep going. So on the back side of the bed here, y'all, these butterflies love me. But on the back side of the beds here, I have pole beans growing, and I thought they were dead, but y'all, they've come back to life too. Maybe all they wanted was a little bit of fertilizer. I have some broccoli here that continues to try to give. And so let's get this bed together. We're gonna cut the broccoli back so it can keep giving. I've been harvesting off little bitty shoots of broccoli all season long. And I think it's because it gets that protection in this space here from that hot evening sun. So I think this is a winter area for us and broccoli. But being gone for a little while kind of messed this one up a little bit, but it should bounce back. Got a couple of them that went to seed while I was away and some that are doing amazing. I know I always keep saying amazing. In this center section right here, I had put some potatoes, y'all, but I don't see them. They should have been up a long time ago if they were coming up. But I don't even see a sign of a potato. Oh, there it is. No, that's a rock. I tell you, I believe they got dug up because there's no signs of those potatoes that I put over here. No sign whatsoever, y'all. And I've been watering like they're potatoes over here. I tell you, that little head of cabbage is actually still trying to grow, y'all. I'm going to get some of the bad leaves off the back side, and we're going to let it keep trying to grow. That one's no good. We'll cut that one and this one out. That's just weird. It's like it never made one head. It looks like there's like 4 little heads trying to grow in there. All right, in this bed, y'all, we are going to, since I don't have potatoes growing at all, there are no potatoes. We will put broccoli in here. We'll put broccoli and cauliflower. That's what we'll do. Let's get it fertilized, get some soil in here, and get it planted up. Y'all, I always keep my little name tags, so you'll see them all over my garden. And then I'll come out here in late winter, early spring, trying to find all I can find. So I just pile them all up in one area. Again, we're reusing some soil. So in the back where I have these are rattlesnake green beans. Like I said, I thought they were dead. So I planted a few cucumbers in the back here. So I'm gonna have cucumbers and beans growing in the same spot. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I'm gonna fertilize the whole bed. You only need a handful, y'all. So don't think I'm putting this whole big green scoop in this one bed. I'm not. I'm gonna take the big green scoop back to the bag. Just toss a handful here and there in the bed. Mix it in. Y'all, I needed those potatoes. And I'm up here thinking potatoes in this bed. This bed, I said we're going to do broccoli and cauliflower. The varieties for the broccoli, we're going to do I never can say it right. We're going to do that one. And I don't have pictures of the rest of these, so I'm going to have to just put pictures on the camera. So for the rest of these, the other broccoli we're going to do is Gurney's Blue Ribbon Hybrid. And it is a 52 day to harvest seed. That first one I showed you is 45 to 85 days of harvest. And then we're going to do 2 different types of cauliflower. These are super fast growing cauliflower. One is 30 days and the other one's 52. So we're going to do white Corona cauliflower. Here's a picture of it. And it's supposed to be 30 days after transplanting. So in other words, it's got to first grow, and once it gets above ground and it's been transplanted, in about 30 days, you'll have cauliflower. We will see. I didn't get any in the spring. And we're going to do an early white hybrid cauliflower, which is supposed to be 52 days. And I didn't get any of those in the spring either. I only got the Flame Star from Johnny's. None of these came in last time. The seeds are probably a 1/2 inch deep, 1/4 inch. Broccoli is a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch on all the broccoli. 1/4 inch on the cauliflower as well. So we're in good hands. And I'm gonna do this bed the same way I did the last bed, where I'm gonna overseed it, and then I'll be able to move this broccoli into other areas. At least that's the plan. And I love the blue ribbon broccoli, and I'm out. So I gotta remember to order blue ribbon broccoli. And I'll be able to transplant these into my elevated raised bed and things like that. Start pulling some of those things out. So that'll be pretty cool, y'all. So to get that 1/4 inch covering, we're gonna cover it with more compost. This bed is done. We're gonna move to the very next bed. So I had bush green beans in the front of this bed here. And some of them, believe it or not, there are beans on here, but they're not really producing. These are Roma 2 Italian flat beans. I'll harvest the handful that we have, but I'm pulling these plants out, and we're going to replant this bed with something else because they're done. Maybe if I had watered better, they'll still be going or not. Get the weeds out of this space as well. It's like some of these beans got new life or something. But anyway, let me harvest these couple of beans. I'll show you what I got, but we're gonna get these plants out. Now I'm gonna leave the pole beans in the back doing what they do. We are only harvesting the front. It's very hard to see, but I do have the back side of this bed cleaned out. We will not replant it for now. As I was saying, I'm about to run out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest a few things that I know that need to get harvested, and we're going to wrap this video up. I'm going to start by going right in here in this jungle and harvesting some yellow crookneck squash that is just like, it's like I just planted it and like it's just taking off. It's as if it never had any squash bugs on it, which is not a true statement. But let me go grab it. My mom loves crookneck squash, and I never seem to grow enough for her. So there are 4 crookneck squash. I'm gonna add that to everything else we already got. So I'm gonna put that 4 squash right in this basket after I show you what I harvested off camera. So I went ahead and harvested all the beans in that space there, including the ones that were growing on the trellis. I was there, I might as well get it, right? So there's the green beans. I went over and harvested the handful of yellow wax beans that I had left. There are a few slicing tomatoes in here and just a handful of cherry style or grape style tomatoes. That's what I grabbed off camera when I said, hey, let me just bring you with me. I just can't walk past something and it needs to be harvested. Like these cucumbers I'm going to get next. Now, I watered this plant this morning. I did. I watered it. Come on out of there. But you can see the leaves are all limp and weepy. It's because the hot sun is on these leaves. But y'all, here's some nice slicing cucumbers right here. I've been waiting a couple of days on these. So three slicing cucumbers. Now, this wasn't supposed to be a harvest, but I can't leave a big cucumber on a vine. Another cucumber. But y'all, I'm out of time. I'm going to have to end it because I got to go pick my daughter up. I can't leave her at camp and all the kids are gone and mom's out here harvesting vegetables. But anyway, let's look at everything we got. Okay, y'all, we're going to end it right here. It's the middle of the day. The sun is beaming down on me. And I gotta go get my daughter. So we cleaned up, how many? 2 GreenStalks and 1, 2, 3 metal raised beds today. And in the process of doing that, y'all, we have a small harvest. And then I just walked around and picked up a few more things. So we will go ahead and get the weights on this harvest. And I'll put the weights right here for you. That's just shows the hard work and the fruits of our labor, if you know what I mean. There's still a lot of stuff I need to get harvest, so I'll do another harvest video probably in the next day, because there's okra and there's cucumbers over at the neighbors, and I want to do a garden tour. There's a lot I want to do, but we have to do it in small spurts, y'all. That's the harvest for today. You got to see me hanging out in the garden, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, telling your friends and your family all about it, because this is what I like to do on the weekends. This is therapy. Gardening is therapy, and it's cheaper than the doctors. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you decide to hang out at Kim's Cozy Corner with me and my family. Bye.